94-acre project focused on two areas: restoring the 100-year-old Downie Museum that's behind me, as well as the front forecourt of the Basilica that was originally designed in 1936. The museum adobe was completed in 1921 as a visiting priest quarters to open the Carmel Mission regularly and bring in a parish to help drive a community system that was not here prior.
The century-old adobe walls were structurally overstressed and deteriorating. By law, this required warning signs to be placed on the exterior doors stating it was unsafe in the event of an earthquake for over 200,000 visitors and 6,000 elementary students who walk the mission grounds annually.
Seismically strengthening this building was one of the main goals of this restoration, which required the removal of the century-old roof. We then cored through the historic adobe, adding steel rods through the exterior and interior walls in order to ensure a safe environment for those visiting the museum.
It's quite amazing that the process of adobe has held out for all these years with, very little failure.
Adobe is a unique product to work with. Coring down through a dirt-like material is super sensitive.
It's harder to work with. It's just the wood, it's easier. You can do whatever you want to the wood and to adobe. Things doesn't stick to it.
To provide structure for the adobe, place the holes in the wood so that they can drill all the way down to the foundation. Put concrete and rebar down in there. It's amazing, really.
Made some holes, ran some wire through the walls, made some outlets and grouted all, put the roof back on it.
We removed the plywood off the roof, right down to the substructure, and then put some more structural framing up there, and they put insulation in.
We safely removed and returned the original roof tiles, reinforced the roof beams, and restored the Carmel stone fireplace built in 1920.
This fireplace was painted solid white throughout the years. We had probably 6-7 coats of it, and so we had a crew come in and take off the white layer through chemical sanding, scraping. And then there was one part in this area that had a fireproofing on it. The fireproofing would not come off. It was embedded into the stone. Put a nice masonry primer on it and made it look like rock again. Really, we're just restoring it back to as much as original as possible to, people can see what it looked like 100 years ago.
As you enter the museum, we remove the hazardous steps and widen the paths to allow ADA accessibility to all entrances. We remove 2 large multi-story restrooms from the back side of the museum, doubling the museum's interior floor plan. We created 2 new family ADA restrooms from the storage area behind the museum and built a new facility in the central courtyard to accommodate visitors. After removing all the plumbing, we lowered the museum floor, making the interior all one level as it was originally designed. We were thrilled to find the interior doorways built in 1920, which opened the museum interior space.